Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new session of Academic Task 1. Today, we do have a stacked bar graph and quite an unusual bar graph. Many candidates might have confusion in solving this type of this thing. They can see a small type of table and a bar graph. So don't get confused. It is a bar graph. The explanation of the bar graph is given below. So let's see the picture. This is the stacked bar graph. This is what you need to compare. You need to compare this thing with this thing. So we have indications like this is water. So all these things are there: water, electricity, then petroleum, steam, other chemicals, and wood. So you can see those things here. It's marked in the bar chart, and the proportions are given here. Clear picture. So you won't be able to find out. There is no scale here. So the scale is given here. You can say that this is 1,000 paper cups and 1,000 polystyrene cups. The making of 1,000 polystyrene cups and 1,000 paper cups. In order to make 1,000 polystyrene cups, these resources are needed. In order to make 1,000 paper cups, these many resources are needed and these quantities, and it is represented here in the picture. So it is clear right now. The chart below shows the resources used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make 1,000 disposable cups of different materials, polystyrene and paper. That's it. So the picture is here. The proportions are detailed here in this particular area. Right now, we are going to solve this thing. Before we go, we should say that we have to go for an introduction, a clear-cut overview, and body paragraphs. So let's frame the introduction in our mind, overview in our mind, and body paragraph in our mind, and then we go for the solution. So introduction. So what we have to include, what is the picture? The picture is a stacked bar diagram. And what is it about? It's about making 1,000 polystyrene and paper cups. The resources used. So we can frame 1 to 2 sentences here. Overview. I think we have to say one particular sentence. We can say this particular process is much economical than this particular process. The amount of resources needed for making 1,000 paper cups is much higher than the amount of making polystyrene cups. So if I draw a line, this much is the economy here for the polystyrene cups. So the resources needed is less compared to the resources needed to make 1,000 paper cups. So this is what the overview is. Now, what exactly is the body paragraph? So how many paragraphs we are going to frame? So in the body paragraph, you are going to frame 2. So either you can go ahead with 1,000 polystyrene cups and then you can say 1,000 paper cups. That is one way. You can say the resources needed for 1,000 polystyrene cups are number 1, 2, 3, 4. On the other side, the resources needed for 1,000 paper cups are number 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go ahead with that. Now we are going to do in a different way, because in order to avoid a repetition of words we used, which are things we need more here for polystyrene, 1, 2. Which are things we need less for polystyrene, 1, 2, 3, when compared to paper cups. So this is an exception. We don't need wood for polystyrene cups. So this is the group. So we are going to frame these 3 things and this thing in one paragraph. These 2 things are exception in another paragraph. So this is what the outline we have framed before writing the task. So let's go in detail. Let's see the introduction and the overview. The way in which various resources are utilized to make 1,000 disposable cups of paper and polystyrene is elucidated in the given stacked bar graph. The way in which various resources are utilized, how they are utilized. So what is shown in the picture, the way, the proportion, the way in which each resource is used to make 1,000 disposable cups of paper and polystyrene is elucidated in the given stacked bar graph. Clear? Overall, can see it's clear that making of polystyrene cups needs fewer amounts of resources when compared to paper cup production. You can see that. So huge difference in the overall resources used. So this much difference you can see. So this much difference. Okay. Almost double, more than double. Now, the overview is clear, the introduction is clear. We are moving ahead with the next paragraph. As per the chart, except wood, the resources used in the production of both types of cups are the same. You can see that. It's very clear. Except wood, we don't have wood here in making polystyrene cups. Except wood, everything, the resources which are used in the production are the same. In order to make 1,000 polystyrene cups, the share of water, electricity, and petroleum required is much less when compared to the making of same quantity of paper cups. The same quantity of paper cups, water, electricity, and petroleum. You can say it is much less compared to the resource required to make 1,000 paper cups. We have just said the matter. Now we have to say the figure. How? When 0.6 meter cube water, 6 kilowatt electricity, and 8 kilogram of petroleum are used in the production of polystyrene cups. Yes, this thing. For 1,000 paper cups, this one, and this one are needed. So we have compared these many matters in the first paragraph up to this point. Now one more sentence is added. It's also seen, it is also seen that 220 kilogram wood is used to produce the same number of paper cups. Okay. It's also seen that 220 20 kg wood is used to produce the same number of. So we have said that we need wood too. It is also seen so we have one sentence here in the first sentence, except wood, the resource used in the production of both types of cups are the same. So where wood is used to make paper cups. So you might ask the question, so where we have compared the polystyrene cups, the making of polystyrene, it's here, except wood, both are the same resource. So where wood is used for paper cups. So at the same time, we can understand it is not used in case of polystyrene cups. Clear? Now I have the last paragraph. How were the proportions of steam and other chemicals needed for 1000 polystyrene cups? Okay, the proportions of steam and other chemicals needed for 1000 polystyrene cups are higher than what is required for making 1000 paper cups. So something is different there than the previous paragraph. The previous paragraph, paper cup requires more resources. Here, steam and other chemicals are required more here in case of polystyrene than the paper cups. When 130 kg steam and 13 kg other chemicals are necessary for making the former type of cups, that is the polystyrene cups, it is just 0.56 kg and 8 kg respectively for making paper cups. The matter is clear. So that is the end. So we have got a clear-cut introduction, very clear, very positive, very clear-cut overview, and the grouping is perfect, where the resources are used more, where the resources are used less, based in 2 paragraphs. Thank you. I hope you must have understood this thing. Look at once more. Hope it is clear. Thank you.